Look, now if you do punch, I want you jab, step jab. All right, just keep punching. Go switch. Ready? Go.
Now, what we gonna do? We can pick it up a little bit. We ain't really gotta pick it up. We wanna throw shots in the inside. Because a lot of fighters I see doing the pass, they're doing it like this. Their hands is not turning. So when you're on the pass, your hands must turn.
Come on, jump, jump. I'm jumping. There you go, jump. Come on, jump. Jump. There you go, jump on. Come on.
As the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight gets closer, Floyd Mayweather joined Tank's training camp for a hard and focused workout that got everyone talking. Showing his trademark speed, sharp movement, and total focus, Mayweather made it clear: this isn't just for show. Under his guidance, Davis is getting ready to perform at his absolute best.
Good. Like now. There you go. There you go. There you go. Get that shot right there.
Time.
Grab it. There you go.
Reports say Mayweather has been teaching Davis important techniques for his November 14th fight against the much larger Jake Paul. During intense sessions, Floyd worked on timing, countering punches, and attacking taller fighters. He trained Davis to slip punches, change angles, and land strong inside shots. The same tactics Mayweather.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just shoot there and then bring it back and be like this. You gotta throw some squat to it. If you do like this, you up for boom, boom. So you gotta be able to squat. So right here, boom, boom, everything's short. So you're still short. He see it, he'll see it, and place it down there. Slide out, anyway.
Floyd Mayweather is seen as one of the greatest boxers ever, not just because of his skill, but because of his unmatched work ethic. He always trained harder than everyone else. Now he's bringing that same energy to Davis's camp, pushing him through tough drills that focus on defense, timing, and precise counter-punching. The same tools that made Floyd
above and beyond what other people do.
Even with him having $180 million guaranteed purse on Saturday night, he trains like he's broke. No joke. He trained like he don't have a dollar, like it's no tomorrow. And now I understand why you can put the cap on him and call him TBE.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking pants on, jeans on.
Gervonta Davis has always believed the best way to improve is to spar with bigger, stronger fighters. Training with larger men sharpens his timing, keeps him alert, and improves his movement. It's a tough method, but it's built his confidence and calmness under pressure. Over time, Tank has learned how to use defense and smart timing.
Wake up. Do it to him. Put it on his ass.
Recent reports say Davis is dominating sparring sessions with much bigger opponents, and the results are surprising. Witnesses say some strong fighters have been rocked by his power. One insider described a larger man nearly falling after Tank hit him with a shot that pushed him into the ropes. These aren't just practice rounds. They're designed to test Davis's strength, timing, and focus under real pressure.
Davis knocked out heavyweight in brutal sparring session, and it just makes me think. You're willing to go spar with heavyweights, but you're not willing to go fight people that you should be fighting. You know what I mean? You're fighting Lamont Roach. His sparring partners was like, man, I was about to spar Tank. He was sparring this big boy, a heavyweight boy. And Tank hit him so hard, he was on the ropes like this, hanging. I thought he died. I was like, man, I hope you don't do this stuff to me. When Davis asked to confirm whether it was true, the WBA lightweight champion said, stuff be happening. Best not to get in there with me. That's it. This guy has all the skills in the world to knock out even heavyweights in sparring, and yet he won't fight Shakur Stevenson. He won't fight Teofimo Lopez. He won't fight anyone that he needs to fight to become great. He's fighting Frank Martin and Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? It's just truly crazy. But hey, it's his career. If he wants to just make money, the easiest money that he can without fighting the...
At the same time, Jake Paul is training seriously too and has brought in Shakur Stevenson for sparring. Reports say Jake is learning from Stevenson's slick, fast style to improve his speed, footwork, and defense. Jake said he's focusing on getting lighter and faster instead of bulking up, aiming to match Davis's explosiveness. He wants to handle Tank's speed and precision without being caught off guard.
Keeping me up at night.
Jake, how do you prepare for, like you said, a guy who is shorter than you? How do you find a sparring opponent to replicate something that obviously, there's nobody else out there that's Tank Davis? How do you prepare for a guy that's different stature-wise?
Yeah, no, we have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Love in. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, been doing this their whole entire lives. But we're really focusing on speed and not as much on power. I'm not doing as much like weightlifting and all of that stuff. I'm actually trying to like lose some muscle so that I have less weight and so that my punches are coming off faster.
I know the answer to this question. Is there any kind of universe where you view just surviving this fight as a win?
Like for me, I never let myself go there. I'm a fierce competitor and always need to have the W and come out on top. And also shock the world and even shock myself.
Daniel Cormier said Jake Paul's size advantage makes this fight hard for fans to take seriously. He explained that the big weight gap affects strength, stamina, and even safety. In his view, the fight might be entertaining, but it lacks true sporting value. Cormier warned that focusing on showmanship instead of real skill could hurt boxing's image.
It was 190. Dean, that's bad. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that even he recognizes that he's too big for him. Yes. He recognizes that he's too big for him.
I'm wondering how this even came about. It can't be that Gervonta Davis needs money. That can't be the reason why
he's been a world champion so recently. How could he be broke?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he doing this for money? And then why? And how is even Jake Paul doing this when no one respects it? Like, I can't think of anybody that respects this.
But Jake Paul has been able to carve out and make his own lane in boxing, and I've never seen anything like it, bro. He literally, we don't know what weight class he fights in any situation. We just don't know. He kind of makes his own rules.
He makes his own rules.
And it seems like people are playing by those rules. I remember a couple weeks ago, the WBC and the Jose Suleiman was very upset that he wasn't going to be able to put the belt on the winner at Canelo versus Crawford. That's a thing that's happened since the beginning of the time. Those guys are very powerful in boxing. But with Zuffa boxing, it was almost like that power was getting stripped away. They were very disappointed. But how can you take those sanctioning organizations seriously when they are sanctioning this?
That's my point. That's why I think that this whole thing that we have, this boxing and this MMA argument and Zuffa getting into boxing, our argument is misplaced because things like this should not be happening. And the fact that boxing is allowing this to happen is an embarrassment to the sport.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I talked about this before. Like, I didn't know why they were fighting because, I mean, Gervonta Davis's last fight was at 130.
Stephen A. Smith asked Davis's coach who he thinks Tank should fight next. The coach didn't hesitate. He said anyone who's talked trash about Davis should step up first. He mentioned Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, both of whom have doubted Tank's skills. For the coach, it's not just about rivalry, it's about respect. He wants them to face Tank's power and silence the critics.
To see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down to, we working on the big four. It was Garcia. That's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight.
Jeff Mayweather, a respected boxing voice, shared serious concerns about the Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul fight because of the size gap. He said weight classes exist to keep fights fair, and Jake's naturally bigger frame gives him a clear edge. Many analysts agree. They think Jake's power and reach could cause real problems if he lands clean. In combat sports, size and strength always play a big role.
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank, and I mean, but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting, but I mean, it really makes no sense because he's going to be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's going to probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
It is happening. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who's unbeaten in 31 professional contests, takes on the self-proclaimed problem child, Jake Paul, one of the most influential and marketable global personalities. Paul and Davis square off in Miami after doubts around the fight being sanctioned in Georgia triggered a change in venue. Neither fighter can weigh more than 195 pounds. The weight is perhaps the most surprising factor. Paul has boxed most of his career around 200 pounds, the cruiserweight limit, but did tip the scales at 227 pounds when he faced off against Iron Mike Tyson last year. Davis, much smaller in stature, competes at the 135 pound mark and has also won world honours at super featherweight.
And despite some discussions about possibly dropping down to 10 ounces, the pair seem set to wear 12-ounce gloves.
And in terms of distance, despite the exhibition tag, the fight will play out over 10 3-minute rounds with 3 scoring judges at ringside, but the result will not be officially recorded.
Carl Froch, known for his honesty, didn't hold back. He accused Jake Paul of picking smaller opponents to gain an advantage. Froch said it's ridiculous that Jake avoids real heavyweights but chooses someone like Davis, who's several weight classes below. For Froch, that shows Jake's fights are made for views, not competition. He warned that boxing needs to protect fairness and safety, not chase attention. Coming from a fighter who's been through wars, his warning...
Paul, that's serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. He swings away, he stands up straight and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, he does so much wrong. It's just, everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size, it was a professional, and it's a mismatch. And you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him, he's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level. And then from British title to world level, it's like different worlds.
Teofimo Lopez, while supporting Davis's decision, said boxing is both a sport and a business. Not every fight has to make history or be for a title. Some are just about entertainment and opportunity. Lopez believes both Jake and Tank have the right to earn big paydays and grow their fan bases, even if this fight doesn't change boxing.
I really am, man. It's good for the sport in some way, you know?
So a heavyweight versus a lightweight.
Yeah.
You got a fly hit me, yeah. A heavyweight versus a lightweight. How's this going to work?
Hey, they make it work. It's an exhibition for a reason. So, you know, they know what they're doing. And, you know, shout out to Netflix and shout out to both of them, honestly. Like I said, I think a lot of people in the boxing world are kind of upset. I could care less. I think they're going to go out there and make their money. It falls on the number 8 for a reason. They're going to make a lot of money.
Have you got a prediction for that fight?
My prediction? A show. A show.
Well, clearly it's a show, but when you've got a lot of people underestimating Jake Paul once again, but when you've got a heavyweight boxer who knows how to throw punches and knows the basics against a lightweight, it's quite a difference. I mean, have you sparred heavyweights before?
Yeah.
For competitive sparring in the ring?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, not at all. Definitely got to move. I've actually played around a few times, went through between their legs just to duck around. But yeah, because they're taller, you know. But I think for that competition, that fight, it reminds me a lot like The Big Show, and Floyd Mayweather when they fought in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And will that end the same way?
Possibly. Maybe some brass knuckles in there too.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this...
Analysts watching Davis's camp say his focus is sharper than ever. Away from distractions, he's fine-tuning every detail, from movement and defense to accuracy and stamina. One trainer said Davis looks calmer and more focused than before, showing this isn't just another fight. The result could shape boxing's future. If Jake Paul wins, influencer fights may take over. But if Davis wins, it'll prove that real skill and experience still matter more than fame.
The algorithm loves it, and both will watch. It's not just who wins, it's what wins. Will the entertainment value or the ring IQ come out on top? Because if Tank dominates, the meme dies. Jake Paul survives or hits it big, we see new rules are going to be written in real time. Me, you, maybe everyone at some point has been that bigger guy thinking that I'll just bully him. Jab, slip, liver shot, sat me down real nicely. Size helped until it didn't. All I'm saying is let's not dismiss something because it looks weird. Many fights get decided by the details. Feet before fists, timing before muscle, discipline before clout. Look, Tank wins if he stays Tank. He's built on patience, traps, explosive counters. That's hell for a tall guy who gets eager.